Hey everyone, Say Shiva here. So, if you are preparing for SAP interview, then this video is exactly for you. Today, I'm going to share the most commonly asked SAP CEO interview questions from Big Four and top IT companies. Questions that can genuinely help you crack the interview. So, stay with me till the end. And without wasting time, let's start. So, here I have divided the question into three simple categories so it's easy to follow. Okay, so let's begin with the first one, which is a conceptual questions which are being asked by the interviewers. Okay, so the first question will always going to be, can you briefly introduce yourself and your professional background? So here you have to make sure that the introduction should be very strong. Here you should include your year of experience, the qualification, the kind of project you have worked on, the areas in which you are strong, and if there is any critical rise that you have worked on, you should mention that. If there is any other thing which highlight your strength, like if you have worked as a lead, it highlights that yeah, you have the team management capabilities. So whatever you are strong at, you should definitely mention that, because the next question could be related to your introduction as well. Okay, so the next question is, can you describe your roles and responsibility in your current project? So here, the interviewer want to understand what kind of task you perform in your project. Like if you are working as a client facing role, if you are involving in the client discussion, so you should highlight that, so the interviewer will understand that yeah, you have the client facing skills as well, and they can present you with the client. So if you are, if you have any other roles and responsibility, like apart from the project, you are also helping your manager in tracking the project status, and you are managing some other things, so you should also highlight that. The next question is, what are the key differences between SAP ECC and SAP S4HANA? So this is one of the favorite question of the interviewers. You should definitely prepare this. Okay, so try to highlight at least 4 to 5 differences in ECC and HANA. Like the first could be ACDOCA table. Okay, this is the major change. Another can be account based COPA, which came in SAP S4HANA. Okay, the other could be SAP business partner role. So you should at least prepare 4 to 5 answers for this. Okay, the next is, what is the material ledger and the configuration which is critical for its implementation. So you should explain conceptually what is ML, why is it required, and what are the configuration steps which we have to do to work, so the material ledger can work properly. Okay, the next question is, why is actual costing required in SAP? So here you just don't have to provide the T code that you should run CKML CP. First, you should explain why any business would implement actual costing. Okay, what could be the purpose of it? Like if business want to analyze what kind of cost they are incurring, and what is the actual cost of multiple products, so they can at least compare them and they can make decisions over that this particular product is very this particular project could be very expensive, and this could be into loss. So just explain the concept first, then try to explain the steps. The next question is related to the above one. What is the costing cockpit? So you have to again explain this actual costing concept, and the steps which you follow, like you have to select the plants, you have to select the materials, and what are the 5 steps which we have in actual costing, and so you have to explain that as well. The next favorite question is, can you explain COMM and COPP integration? So you have to explain logically that why COMM and COPP integration is required. So if I talk about the integration, the main integration point is automatic account determination, which we call as OBYC configuration. Okay, so just try to conceptually understand and explain it to the interviewer. The next is COPP integration, which is critical for the manufacturing clients. Okay, so the if I say that the work center is related to cost center and they are integrated, there could be standard value keys. Whenever there is confirmation, the entries flow to the counting. So all these integration points you should explain to the interviewer. The next question is, can you walk us through the CO month end closing cycle? So this is also one of the favorite question of the interviewer. So here you should explain step by step the month end process which user will follow. Like they have to run a location cycle, they have to perform the WIP variance calculation, they have to do the settlement, they have to run the standard cost estimate, they have to run template allocation. So you have to explain all the steps of the CO month end closing. Okay. So the next question is, what is settlement profile and where is it used? So you just don't have to explain the T code and what it has. You have to first explain logically why is it actually required. Okay. So whatever question interview will ask, just try to explain at least in a sentence that why is it required. Okay. Then try to explain with respect to the SCP. The next question is, what is the difference between make to order and make to stock process? So here you have to give a brief explanation of this cycle, like MTO scenarios. It is basically related to order. Like first the order comes from the client, then you have to start the manufacturing for that particular order. And make to stock, if I say that you have to first create all the materials and then later you sell it. So I'm just giving you the brief introduction, but you will have to understand it in a detailed way, so you will be able to explain to the interviewer in much better way. Okay. The next question is, what is the multiple valuation approach in SAP? So in this question you have to explain bit about group valuation, legal valuation, for percento valuation. I could explain all the answer for these question, but it is going to be a long video. So maybe if you let me know in the comment that you want the answers as well in detailed, then I will make another video. Okay. But here I'm just going to explain you the questions and short answers so you can explore them by yourself first. Okay. So the next question is, can you explain the standard costing process end to end? So here, what we run in CK11 and the cost estimate, which we call the plan. Again, you have to give the basics for this. Like whenever business do planning for any particular product, then they have to plan all the standard costs, like what will be the material cost, what is going to be the activity cost, and what is going to be the overhead cost. So for by this process the business will get their standard cost. Okay. The next question is, what is the split valuation and why is it used? So if I give you example, if you don't know that, in case if you want to value a particular material, single material in two different ways. Okay. Like if you are buying any particular material and we are also producing in house, this is a common scenario where we use split valuation. Then in this case we want to value both of the material in two different way, right? So in this case we use split valuation. Okay. The next question is, what accounting entries are generated in product costing? So here you have to explain step by step the accounting entry which is flown, which is generated in SAP, like when we do confirmation, when we do goods issue, goods reset, in all those cases, like when we calculate WIP settlement. So what kind of accounting entry will be posted in the system? Okay. The next question is, why do organization implement COPA? Here, related to COPA, business always want to understand your conceptual knowledge comparatively to the SAP technical knowledge. Okay, so here you have to explain that why any business would implement COPA. The main reason is because they want to do multiple dimensional analysis. What I mean that if you, any particular business want to understand that what is the profitability of any particular product, let's say product A in north region, or the profitability of product A in south region, or related to any particular customer. So for all these analysis, business would want to implement COPA. Okay. So the next question is, what is cost component structure? So the probable answer could be, whenever we want to split the cost of any particular product, let's say if we are producing any particular FG, which is finished goods. So what could be the components? So the components could be any raw material, any SFG, any particular activity, let's say labor, machine, and there could be overheads. So if we just want to analyze any particular material cost with respect to its components, then we have to do all the settings for a cost component structure. Okay. Next question is, what is costing variant and what are its key components? So in this question, you have to explain what is costing variance. It is basically used to value any particular material, like how the system will know that for any particular material from which the value should be picked. Okay, so in costing configuration, if you see, you will find all the necessary information, like you have to pick costing sheet, particular any particular costing sheet, you have to pick any particular cost component structure. So all these settings will be done in the costing variant. Okay. So the next question is, why do we use assessment distribution cycles and what is the difference between them? So you have to explain briefly about them and what are the key differences they have. Okay. So the next question is it possible to post revenue to cost centers? So the answer is no, because cost centers are basically to collect cost, but there could be very rare exceptional scenario as well. Like I have not used in any of the project which I have worked on, but SAP provide option to post revenue as well. I'm not sure in which scenarios they are, but you should prima facie answer this as no. Okay. The next question is, what types of RISEF object you have worked on? So here we have to explain the RISEF object which you have worked on, like reports or enhancement or any integration. Whatever you have worked on, just try to tell them the RISEF which you actually by heart you remember, and if any question comes up with respect to that RISEF, you could able to answer that. Okay. Okay. So moving on to the next category, which is scenario based question. So here interview will give you some scenarios and you will have to answer them. This the ratio will be very less. I mean, if 70-80% questions are direct question, then yeah, 20% could be scenario based as well. So there could be multiple question. I mean, it's difficult to list them down, but I have just given them as example. Okay. So if cost remains on the center cost element after an allocation run, what could be the possible reason? So let's say if there is any cost pending in GL account. Okay, what could be the reason that it is not settled? The first reason could be in settlement rule, it is not 100% settlement. Let's say there are two cost center in which it should be settled, but the ratio is only first is 70%, second is 10%. The 20% cost will remain in that particular GL account, right? And the other could be it's a periodic settlement, and there is some cost remaining from the previous period. So this is how you should answer any particular questions. Okay. The next could be, what type of errors you encountered during standard costing run. So if there are any errors which you have come across while you run a standard cost, like if I tell you that there could be some cost element missing which not assigned to cost component structure, or some GL account is not created, so there can be a few errors which cost estimate can throw while running the costing run. Okay, so the next question is, can you explain a business issue you faced in your current project and the solution you provided? So you should try to write down before the interview that what kind of issues you actually faced and how you handle them. Okay, you should at least write 2 3 such scenarios, and which you should explain to the interviewer. Okay. Next, if the user encounters any particular error, what could be the probable root cause? So here, interviewer want to basically understand that if you get any errors or any issues, so what is the way, what is the methodology you use to understand the root cause, and how do you provide the solution? Okay. So moving on to the third category, which is other questions. So there could be some other question apart from other two categories, like can you explain the phases of end-to-end SAP implementation project? So how the SAP implementation project work? Like the first could be explore phase, where you discuss the business process, what is the as this process they follow, and what is their production process, and you will make all the business blueprint, you will have discussions of the blueprint, you will get the sign off, then you will develop the system, you will have testing, you will analyze the fit gap, and you will hand over the system for the UAT. There will be cutover activities, there will be hypercare support. So all these phases you have to explain to the interviewer. Okay. Next, they can also ask, are you willing to travel to the client location if required? So there could be some cases where you will have to travel to the client location. So usually senior people actually generally travel to the client location, sometimes like during cutover phase or during UAT phase. So they just want to understand if you are okay to travel. Okay. Now, next, do you have any question for me as the interviewer? Okay, so as an interviewer, they can ask if you have any particular question to them. So never say no. First of all, just try to ask at least two questions, which could be, what kind of project I will be working on. Is there implementation project, or is there anything which I should prepare before I join? Okay, are there any learning platforms or training I will have in the company? Okay, what kind of opportunities I will get? So all of these questions you can ask. You can also ask them for the feedback, or what kind of areas you should work on, and these are kind of question you can ask. So just never say no. Ask anything from the interviewer, so they will understand that you are genuinely interested in the company, and you will join once you receive offer letter. Okay. uh, if you want, if you let me know in the comment section, I will try to mention the probable answers with these questions, and I will share this document with you as well. Just let me know in the comment section. Okay. uh, let's meet in the next video. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Bye.